Hello, bonjour, hola. Welcome to the 2025 NORCECA Men's Volleyball U21 Pan Am Cup from the Seven Chiefs Sportsplex in Jim Starlight Center in Alberta. I am going to be your play-by-play and color commentary. My name is Maddie Williscroft, and I'm doing this live from the Chief Jim Starlight Center, just outside of Alberta. We've got Canada versus Mexico as our last game of the day, starting off with a service error from our hometown team. No problem, though. Here we go. Oh, this is okay. Here we go. Can't even get settled in. Big swing, big block, out of bounds. Good use off the hands. Number 31, Danil Hrstinovic. Plays at Long Beach State University, so just won an NCAA title. In the chat, good morning, hello, good afternoon to everybody. If anybody has any sort of phonetic spelling of names, if I get them wrong, please feel free to kindly put them in the chat, or if you're going to be rude about it, that's okay too. I get it. But anyway, long rally here. Good show up from Mexico as of right now, up 2-1. Head coach for Canada is Chris Voth, the current U Sports Coach of the Year, residing at the University of Winnipeg. Assistant coach Adam Schreimer, head coach training Western Spartans, former national team member. Nice middle route. I like that look. Very nice. Kill from Fredervik. So sorry. Okay, we're going to get into it now. I'm standing up. Okay, Grant Hill back to serve. Hometown here from Calgary, Alberta. Service error. That's now 2 out of the 3 points that Mexico has. No problem, no problem. We're just getting started. Alejandro Diaz back to serve. Opposite from Durango, Mexico. That's his club team. Nice reception here by Greenridge. Oh. Big block from Mexico. Yeah, we'll have to see how Canada's going to come out and respond here. They've kind of had, not like an up and down tournament, but I mean, when you play so many teams and you're on like your 4th out of 5 days, it's going to be the people who have the most amount of grit and ability to work through that feeling of being tired. Mexico putting on a blocking clinic. That's Hernandez. 2-2. Mexico up 5-2 over Canada right now. Also, Mexico has like the toughest fit for the sweatsuit. The all red, it goes hard. Nice reception here. Hill calling on his outside pin hitter. Number 10. Luke Lodwicks, University of Winnipeg. How nice to have a player be playing at this level of caliber, have their head coach be their university coach. Same thing with Adam Schreimer. We've got 2 guys here from Training Western University. So they all get to reside together, share this experience together. That's awesome. William Van Hoosen and Zachary Uchuk from TWU. Another missed serve from the Canadians. Hernandez chucking up the topper. Wonder if it's going to be a float. Nope, full topper. That's an ace. Greenidge had it, and then it just kind of flared to the right, which was going into more of that position 1 zone. So he has his outside next to him trying to pass. He's trying to cover the ball here, and then just kind of spun out to his right side, resulting in a clean ace. Hernandez back to serve. Good rip on that ball. Yeah, that serve that he's got immediately right away. Let's talk about it. He tosses it up straight, and then when he contacts it, he's actually putting a side cutty on the ball. And when I say that, some people might refer to it as a banana because it's the shape of a banana. It comes out, kind of swirls around like a half moon, and then comes back down. And that side spin is so incredibly technical to pass, because when it's coming at you straight on and there's top spin, at least you can get under it and you know you got to pop it up. Up can be enough. But when there's side spin, you also have to make sure that your shoulders are engaged in a way that you're pushing and cutting off the ball from basically strapping your arms and taking you into the curtain. So that's a nasty serve. It's got a lot of tempo on it, and it's got the right amount of side spin that makes you think that you got it because it looks like it's coming on you straight, and then all of a sudden it's flaring to your right. You've contacted with your platform, and your right shoulder might not be turned enough or shrugged up to your ear, so you can't actually cut it off and bring it back into the court. He's getting the passers right now on their right-hand side, which is resulting into shanks that are going outside of the court. It's a great serve. Big wind up. Nice. Here we go. Handled by Greenidge. Oh, no way. Okay. You know what? Mexico has been on a roll. I think that might have been something that Canada needed right there. Huge bound from Alexander Brdarevic. So sorry. Resides at Queen's University out east in the OUA. Got a middle back there. Wonder if we're going to see a middle dig. C-ball. Nice. Good. Calm off the block. Hill goes to the left. In there. Nice kill from Kiriakou. Outside hitter from the University of California, Irvine. I was just saying in the last stream, we had a lot of players from Puerto Rico also attending and playing their studies out at American University. So this must be so nice for all the young men to be able to see each other at the international stage, not just in university ball. Just such a great opportunity. Okay, Mexico out of system. Nice set. Here we go. Triple block on the outsider pin. Yeah, Gracita didn't really have a lot to go off of, I'm not going to lie. Everybody got out there. We had a triple block, so that means six sets of hands, three sets of hands. But yeah, you got to go high, but you can't always see that third guy is coming on you because you're looking at the one directly in front of you. You assume the middle block is going to be there, especially on an out-of-system ball, but no worry. Tons of game left. Middle route, self-cover. Okay, here we go. Out of system. Going high, too high, out of bounds. Break for Mexico here. Mexico still up 9-6. Head coach for Mexico is Jesus Antonio Macias Arenas. That's the team manager. I'm so sorry. The head coach is Eric Eduardo Hernandez Guerrero. Assistant coach, Jair Jaciel Morales Carriano. And physiotherapist, Luis Bernardo Garza Pimeros. I'm going to have a word with whoever put the team manager at the top instead of the head coach. Here we go. Too far on that topper. Really trying to go for it. You know, and you see this is a very common thing for men's volleyball. It's a lot of ace-miss volleyball. And when you do get your long rallies, it really does showcase the physicality that these guys have been building into, especially offensively and defensively. But these big serves that are coming in. The opportunity of them working all the time isn't always there, but when it works, it works. Nice kill from the backcourt. Yeah, that back mirror of that court, high, hard, and deep. It's going to score every single time because everyone's going to want to suck in a little bit, come inside the court to make sure that they can get something if something comes off the block and goes a little bit more further down. So that was a great route. Canada back to serve. Topper. Nice receive from Mexico. Yeah, that C-ball is looking like a favorite for them right now. Krstanovich making them know that he's here. Mexico's been loving that C-ball so far. Got a really dynamic approach from that right side pin hitter. Stopper. Out of there. And that's always the thing about missed serves as well, is that you build into this momentum and then your teammate goes out there and doesn't execute what you would hope. And you know they always feel bad. Everybody always feels a little bad when they miss a serve and whatnot, but it is such a momentum killer. Mexico back to serve. Good handle. C-balls for C-ball. Big block from Mexico. Diaz. That was Ramirez getting his hands over and pressed. Nice receive here. Canada high ball. C-ball. Good slow. Good recycle. Hill going to the left. Good switch up on that tip. That's great vision there, especially getting on his way down. He didn't actually take it at his highest peak. He was already dropping. Got the blockers a little bit mistimed. Maybe got a little bit blinded there from the position one defender from Mexico. Didn't really see where his body was going. Dropped it right in front of him. Perfect touch. Middle blocker back to serve. I want to see a middle dig. That's what I want. Dig from the middle. Get there. Oh. Okay, so this early on carry call is what is going to hopefully set the standard for the rest of the match. So it kind of touched on it last time. But sometimes in reffing, you have to make it known right away what is and isn't acceptable, because if you change your mind throughout the match, you're going to get a lot of uproar from players and coaches, and they will tell you if they are upset. Big rip from number 9 from Mexico. Hernandez is really just giving it his all, and you know, I don't mind that. He definitely seems to be the spark plug. He always has a really intentional, dynamic, and aggressive approach. He was the one that was running that C ball, even though he was positioned kind of in the corner of like 5-6, so he's really ripping around, trying to get himself available, trying to be an option. Big serve here, handled nicely by Mexico. Yep, going to the right pin. Okay, good slowdown. Nice dig by Hill. Gonna be assist in here, good. Middle dig. Yes, good, recycle. Going back to the right pin for Mexico, trying to use that power tip off the block, doesn't matter. Not winning that joust. Oh, that's a nice clean up play there. Sometimes it's all about your strength and who's going to push further and who's going to push faster as well. So it's to be known that you want to be the second person, but I just think you have to be the strongest person. Topper into the net. Tied at 13s. Captain of Mexico's team, Ramirez, back to serve. Taking his time, taking a little look, seeing what he wants to do. Topper. Nice receive here from Canada. Run it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a nice look. Vodarovic coming out of the middle. Wearing the headband and all. Really bringing it back. Bring back the headband. Kind of looking like Trevor Gill. USA men's national team member. Topper. I think we've been through one whole like 6 rotation of everyone missing the serve, so hopefully everyone's warmed up now. Just no problem. It's a big stage. Oh, see? It doesn't matter what I think. It doesn't matter what I think. Exclamation mark. Oh, we got the crowd going for this one. For those of you that are watching on the stream, where we reside, we have a couple of chants and calls for really good things that go on, like a monster block. So the crowd is definitely going to be moving around a little bit on your screen. So if you're seeing them do some crazy things, I promise you it is planned. Another miss serve from Canada. Going to have a substitute here. Hernandez out. Medina in. Soto out. Stagnelli in. This is a double sub, so that means that you still have a setter and a right side on the court. But now you just have your right pin in the front court instead of in the back because they swapped out for their opposites. Good receive here from Canada. Here we go. I think that was out. I'm up a bit high here. I can't see perfectly, but I did think that one went a little bit long. So as you can see, we have 4 line judges here, and each line judge actually has their own section and qualification of what they are to be looking at. So it's not always every ref's job to look at the length. It's sometimes the width of where the ball is going. So sideline, baseline. Just a little fun fact, it's not that like every single ref is watching every single line, every single corner ever. They actually have a specified area that they are to be in charge of. And thank you to our refs for doing this job. I know it can be tedious and we don't get a lot of thanks, but I'm very thankful for you. Missed serve again by Canada. I would love to get that stat on how many we've missed so far. Just to know. We're just warming up, but still. Okay, let's see if we can get something going here. Rajeda back to serve. Topper. Received nicely. Hill's got all options. Middle. Nice dig out the backcourt. Going back to the left pin. Inside ball. Triple block. Off the hands. Oh, stop. Oh, no way. Medina chasing down that ball to cover his teammate, knowing well that it's going out. Puts his platform out and pulls it away last second just for a little bit of entertainment. Ooh, until you trip and you accidentally touch it. Mexico's heating up right now. Nice receive. Canada coming through. Uchuk out of Trinity Western University, assistant coach on this men's team, and Adam Schreimer is his current head coach. Topper. Nice receive for Mexico. Running the outside pin. Block, cover, over. In system. Here we go. See ball. Off the block. Good cover. Middle dig there. Grant Hill getting involved. Oh, nice touch. Yes, bring it back. Free ball. Grant Hill staying at the net, guarding the net, making sure that nobody gets through. It's that Canadian Shield mentality, I guess, but really like that look for Mexico, though. Could see that he was trying to push it into that position 1, position 2 zone, trying to get Grant out of system, making him pass the first ball. Didn't matter. Oh, nice receive here. Yes! Nice fast route by Mexico. I like that. Not a lot of time to think there. On Canada's side, you got to be there or be nowhere. Good finish from Ramirez. And for those of you who don't know, the average rally in volleyball lasts only 3 seconds. It's a very, very quick sport. And then you go for like 30, and then you feel like your legs are going to fall off because you're not used to going for that long. Mexico back to serve. Out of rotation call for Canada. An unforced error. Mexico up 2. Some questioning by the captain of Team C. When you are the captain and you wear the tape, you are the only one that is allotted to talk to the ref. Bold decision to have your libero be a captain, not because he doesn't deserve it, but just because you still have to initiate a floor captain when he leaves. But if he's earned it, he's earned it. And he seems like a really good leader. He seemed really personable as well at the coin toss, having a great time. Just wanted to recognize that the 7 Chief Sportsplex and Chief Jim Starlight Center is named in honor of the first 7 chiefs who had led the Tsutsina Nation following the signing of Treaty 7. Chief Bullhead, Chief Big Belly, Chief Joseph Big Plume, Chief David Crowchild, Chief Jim Starlight, Chief Dick Big Plume, and Chief Gordon Crowchild. The 7 Chief Sportsplex and Chief Jim Starlight Center is proudly owned and operated by the Tsutsina Nation. The Tsutsina Nation was formally established in 1877 by the signing of Treaty 7, recognizing a fully independent culture with a long history of progression and innovation. Coming out of the timeout now, see what Canada's got to offer us. We are in what we would call the red zone. Nice receive here. Run, pin. Good middle dig from Mexico. Out of system ball. Oh, double touch isn't a thing anymore. Free ball. Good receive here. Let's capitalize. Yeah, nice slow down off the block. Number 12, Grajida. On the out-of-system ball, you could see him wipe his hands a little bit sweaty. He was getting really ready to send that out-of-system ball to the pin, and you know that he can send a good one when he does that. And unfortunately, it just slipped out of his fingers a little bit. But the double touch is actually not being called anymore in the game of volleyball. More information on that after the rally. Nice receive here. Out to the pin. Off the block and out of bounds. Tooltown. Mexico's captain, Ramirez, getting up, making a statement. Back in comes the double sub. Hernandez back in the front court. Soto back in as well. Great use of the double sub by head coach Eric Eduardo Hernandez Guerrero. It's a great use. Floater. Oh, good cover. Perfect pass. Get out of town. Yeah, that's a nice route. Good touch. Go, go, go. Nope, that's fine. I'll allow it. Yes, definitely need to have each other's backs. Definitely serving into that 5 zone, trying to put pressure on the front row left side. Libero and captain for Canada and Greenidge had his back and said, this ball is actually in, so I am going to pass. Topper. Out of there. Ramirez back to serve. I think he's the one with that. Oh, splot. I like a good splot. Oh, nice pickup from Mexico here. Oh, yeah, hit that. Touches? No? That's all right. I like I like that he still swung on it. You have to be aggressive, especially in this red zone. Obviously, you don't want to make errors, but sometimes taking that risk, it will work out. He came in really nicely. That was a great pickup from the libero from Mexico, and Vasquez just doing Vasquez things, I guess. Just being great. Nice receive here. Really left side heavy. Good cover ball here. Free ball for Canada. Let's see what they do. Oh, we're out of system. Yeah. Yeah. That's bananas. That was a great out of system ball. Definitely free ball transition. Grant Hill kind of got caught up in that perfect zone, trying to figure out if it was him or the right side flowing through. Didn't matter. Put up a great ball. Hitting in front of the 3-meter line. That's a sharp cut you got to have. And it wasn't a rollie or anything. It was an actual swing. So that's awesome. But yes, in terms of the double touch in the sport of volleyball, if the ball comes out and your hands are a little bit uneven, or if there's spin, kind of a rougher release, as one may say, and you can tell. The big debate is that, oh, there's so many rules and regulations, you can't. It's an opinion-based call. I think everybody in the gym knows when it's a double touch, but the rule itself is starting to be dissolved out. I think it's to encourage longer rallies. I'm not entirely sure. I think it takes away from the actual skill set of setting itself, because if you're just getting rid of the standard, then I guess everybody can have a double touch, but it's different for everybody. And you know what? Nobody asked me, so doesn't matter anyway. Canada back to serve. Grant Hill playing at MRU. Nice receive from Mexico. Calling on the left side pin. Yeah, yeah. Wow. Garjita getting in there. Aggressive approach. I am loving the approaches from the Mexico team. Not standing at the tallest players, I'm not going to lie. So I think they're using that to their advantage as much as they can, having that intentional approach jump. Really, those last two are so powerful. They're getting up there, they're hanging, and they're snapping over the ball. Lots of really intentional pike as well in the hitting form. Out of system for Mexico. Here we go. Another. Oh, so close. Ayala was right there. You could see head coach too kind of give the two arms out like the, oh, you were there. But he knows. He doesn't need me to tell him. All tied up at 23s now. Great first set. Stanovic back to serve. Topper. Banana topper. Out of bounds. Advantage Mexico. Up 1. 24-23. Potential match point. Set point. It's not the match yet. We were debating this. Is it a game or a match at the end of it all? Because we play sets here. Nice rip. Here we go. Out of there. Oh, got the touch call. Line judge was very confident in that. It definitely was out, but apparently he got a pinky or maybe a thumb. Whatever it was, we're back to 24s. So once we get into what we would call extra points, 24-24, it's a win by 2 situation. There is no cap at 25 or 26 or 27. It's a win by 2. International rules. Nice receive here. Come on, up and over. Nice route from the middle. Ayala just doing a really good job of making himself available. Mexico is really pin heavy, right side and left side. So their passing got a little bit out of sorts there. Their digging was kind of pulling their setter into position 4. Didn't really have a ton of room to run the middle, but now that they are, finding great success. Topper, a little bit of a snibbler off the net there. Good pickup by Canada. Going to the right. Off the, oh! Great spike by Canada. I'm at a different advantage point than you guys are. And I thought that one-handed dig was actually coming back into Canada's side. So I thought it's not over yet. Got to play till the whistle. Topper. Nice receive here by Vasquez. Yeah, it's clean. Big block from Mexico. Way to stay patient. You could tell they were actually a little bit late. I think that set came out it came out fast, but it died a little bit inside, but there was still enough time to reach from the left side to get on it. But I think the middle just read that and just shut him down, just reached in a little bit too much. Really scrappy play from both sides here. Mexico, 26-25. Nice receive. Here we go. Out of there. Mexico takes the first set over Canada, 27-25. Oh! Once again. Mexico called on a touch. Okay. We play on. 26s. And see, we don't have anything like Volt 6 technology. That's what they use down at Real Pro Volleyball down in the States, the women's league. And that is all just mechanically sound, and that's just mechanical overview. So we're using the naked human eye, which we do it to the best of our ability. But we don't have challenges as well at this level. Mexico hitting error from Hernandez. But yes, different levels offer different things for their officiating. At the VNL, I don't believe we have any lines judges because we have the automatic video replay. Real Pro Volleyball, like I was saying before, they have Volt 6 technology, so they don't need anybody on the lines. Everything gets done by the ump and the down official and gets communicated through a tablet. But when you're here, we have the real deal. We got the real trained people. But anyway, kind of a bummer for Mexico, I'm not going to lie. I thought they had it a couple times. They're down 1. Doesn't mean that the game's over. They've been working hard. I think they've come out. They really wanted to prove something, which I really think is a great way to go. You got to go hard in the paint every single time you get the opportunity to. We'd like to see Canada come alive a little bit more. I think they've been doing well, but I think we all know that they can do better. But I'm not the one wearing the jersey, so I need to just be thankful to be here. Canada back to serve. Topper. Nice. Good receive. Mexico. Oh, man. Grishida, he saw that open spot, saw that position 4 spot was open coming out of the pipe, just couldn't get it over the net. I like that vision from him. Oh, man. You know, supposed to be unbiased, but obviously Canada is home to me, but Mexico just did such a great job. And get to a level where, you know, not everybody gets a medal. I understand that. But that was great quality ball. I hope they bounce back from this. I hope they keep that intentionality. And I hope Canada also starts to get rolling here. I think we're really in for what one would call maybe a potential dogfight. Going to be, hopefully we'll go to 4 or 5 sets here. I'd love to see both of these squads just keep dancing. Got a little bit of entertainment out in the main court, so I think I'm going to stop yapping and review some last names here. And I will be back in about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And we are back. I know we've been playing some video replay for you, but I just saw the craziest little serve game. Surfing is such a skill and such a mindset. And I hope to see some big serves and some serves that are in the court And some big attempts at receiving. Everything's going to start coming together. I can feel it. Really aggressive first set from both sides of the court here. Swapping sides. Mexico is currently down 1 set to Canada. Went to extra points, so, you know, everyone's tired. But it doesn't matter. We're built for this. Okay. Soto back to serve for Mexico. Hand pass, a little low. Forcing that inside route. Good pick up. Here we go. Okay, long rally here. Nice dig. Here we go. Off the hands. Picked up in the backcourt. Out of system ball. Left pin. Rolly down the line. Picked up by Canada. Set to the pin. Big rip and in the court. Wow. That, yeah, that's a lot going on there. Nice rally. Clean rally. I like that. Save it. Come on, put it over. Nice. Here we go. Free ball opportunity for Canada. Trying to capitalize. Running the left pin on the solo. Yes. Oh. Great for Vasquez to step in and just really wear that. That was pretty much a no block situation. The mismatch on the pin right now is just crazy. But he stood in there. Topper from Canada. Grant Hill back to serve. Mexico, nice receive, running the right side. Off the block, out of bounds. No touch of the ball off the hitter and out of bounds. Results in a Mexico point.
And will serve for Mexico.
Ramirez back to serve. Topper. Greenidge setting that up nicely. Middle route, nice dig by Mexico. Calling on the Bic over here. Nope. Getting it going, other left side. Oh. Oh. Okay, sure. Ball is out, results in a Mexico point. We're tied at 2s right now. Ramirez back to serve. Topper. Out of there. Really out of there. Oh my. Okay, no problem, no problem. Someone could have touched it. Somebody could have. Here we go. Topper. Into the net. It's no problem. It's no problem. Diaz back to serve. Tied at 3s. Nice reception from Greenidge. Hill. Oh, out of there. That was a big swing. Just not enough topspin on it. Yeah, Kiriakou, he gets up there. He jumps really high. And he's got really good timing to hit the ball. But, yeah, just that rollover with the shoulder, that contact with the wrist. Oh, good cover from Greenidge. He's just everywhere. Nice set. Here we go. Another. Yes, good switch up into the pot. Great, great look. See, and that's what you got to do. You just got to keep finding a way. If you get rejected from the block or if you hit out of bounds, just keep using the toolkit. A rollie, maybe a tip, maybe an intentional, over-the-shoulder shot down the line. Even the pokey that traditionally gets used in beach. Like, you can always find a way. High off the block, high, hard, and deep. Middle serve into the net. You can see Canada getting a little bit more visibly frustrated with their lack of positive serving right now. And, that's always been such an anomaly thing to me, because when I go back to serve, the goal is to never miss. And then you go back there and you do your routine and then you still miss or you do whatever. And it's like, well, I kept doing the same thing. Why does this happen? Big serve for Mexico, handled nicely by Canada. Put into the sharp cross by Kiriakou. Canada back to serve. Topper. Nice receive here from Mexico. Running the left pin. Yeah, off the hands. Little bit of miscommunication there. Kristinovic, nice dig, but wasn't really put into a zone where Grant could get at it. Everybody had kind of still been recovering from the blocking they had just attempted. Grant was caught kind of behind the middle. No one to help out. Mexico point. Topper. Nicely handled. Oh, running from the pipe. Out of system play. Nice out of system ball. Yeah. Good pickup. Here you go. C-ball. Free ball, C-ball. Out of system. Give him another. Off the block and out of bounds. Oh, I think we got maybe a little bit of Uchuk's face off that block. Good thing it was a half speed. Getting the ball off the dome is just so dangerous. And middle blockers just have to wear it, because really you're hitting into their face sometimes. They're traditionally the bigger of stature, so their faces are already closer to the top of the net anyway. Nicely handled by Canada. Oh, go. Yep, we play on. Oh, so close. Great effort by Canada. Great heads-up play by Canada also to continue to play out after Grant Hill put it into the net. You still have 2 more touches after that. It is not deemed dead unless it's hit the antenna or hit the ground. And unfortunately, Greenidge, after he saved that ball, his feet crossed the middle line. A volleyball player's body can go over the line as long as his feet don't cross. That's why he tried to kind of throw them back out after, but unfortunately it was a no-go. Please stay down. Don't hurt yourself. Thank you. Great pursuit. Great pursuit on that ball from Mexico. If those sponsorship signs hadn't been there as well as the table, he definitely would have brought it back into play. But really good response from Canada. But I still just really want to applaud Greenidge for getting that ball over and just, kind of have to put your feet back out there. But great job from both ends. The hustle in this game has been awesome. Oh, little one ball send over. Here we go. Oh, yeah, the power tip. Great area. Yeah, that's a nice look. It's also in a sense when you feel like you don't have the option to swing the way that you want to. It's also about creating chaos for the other side, for the other team. How can I essentially make them as uncomfortable as I can when I'm uncomfortable? The snibbler for the ace. A little bit of help from the tape. Just died out right in front of any passes that could have gone to it. Topper. Nice rolling into it. Good handle by Mexico. Running the right. Yeah. Oh, good dig by Greenidge. Hill. Oh, yeah. Power tip. Here we go. Out of system a little bit here. C-ball. Good dig by Canada. Greenidge going to his left side. Oh! Took all the energy and momentum off that ball. Sometimes when you go up, you don't have to give it all that much of a whack. You actually just kind of let it hit you because of all of its momentum. Great spot. Yeah, really trying to get Hernandez involved in the offense. They're feeding him a lot in and out of system. Service error from Canada.
Serving for Mexico.
Ayala serving. Canada responds with the middle attack. Uchuk doing what he wants to do with it. And sometimes the paintbrush, most often than not, is unintentional. But it is one of the harder things to to defend because it's intentional from the hitter. How are you to read it as a defender, Nicely handled by Mexico. Here we go. Off the block. Good dig from Canada. Sending out to the left pin. Good touch. Bringing it back out. Out of system ball. Is he going to swing again? Triple block. Good rolly. Good pickup by Mexico. Calling on the C ball. Here we go. Good dig. Oh, man. I know it's part of the game. I'm so sick of this. This quality is so, so good. And then you get just a little bit of the tape and then it's all over. But it's fine. We have a lot of game left to play. I think this Mexico-Canada matchup is probably the most well-balanced that I've seen in a minute. I'm really enjoying this, and I hope everybody else is too. Nice swing from the C-ball. Come on. Lodwick's getting a little bit of volume over here. Nice to see him getting called upon. Been really left side heavy for Hrstjanovic. I'm so sorry. Topper. Nicely handled by Mexico. Calling on the left pin here. Good block by Canada. Nobody's home to cover. That's a lot of ground for Vasquez to cover. And when you're covering in your positions, you always want to come inside. And whoever is basically closest to position 6 or furthest out in the receive traditionally has to cover that back half as well, because all of your wings are coming in and under. But that was a little bit more towards, that's out of there. But that cover ball was definitely towards that position, like 2-3-ish area. And Vasquez is just trying to cover basically 5, 6, 1, and 2. So that's a lot of ground to cover. Pipe. Nicely handled. Oh, so close. So close, just a bit too tight. Diaz wasn't able to handle it. Thought he had a little bit more time, but the net just got in the way. Hrstinovic back to serve. Topper. Out of there. And again, I keep saying I don't have a partner with my commentary, but I do have somebody beside me who I just kind of talk at in general. And man, these guys are big. Like, they're tall. Like, even standing up here, I can see how tall these guys are. Yeah. Yeah. Middle kill. That was nice. That was a great route. Yeah. Basically a one-on-one, especially towards position 5. Trying to challenge that libero, but nobody's home when the left side can't get a hand up on there. Canada back to serve. So how about that Alberta summer, hey? No, okay. Double sub in as Mexico wants to utilize. Got number 5 and number 21 coming in. So Medina and Signelli. Intention of the double sub is primarily to have a right side in the front court at all times and keep your setters in the back court, leaving you with more front row offensive options and potentially bigger blocking. Nicely handled by Canada. Out of bounds. Don't mind that run, though. Grant Hill trying to get Uchek involved. They're really getting pushed into position 5. I wonder if they're trying to challenge just the naturally unsized outside for Mexico. He's just a little bit shorter. Doesn't mean he can't jump through the roof. But with blocking, when you're shorter, you definitely have to start your mechanics quicker. You basically have to presume that something's happening, because if you wait too long, you can't get your hands up above the net in time. It's always better to be... Oh! Yeah. Yeah, that was big. I'm watching on the replay here. Yeah, that was a no-block pipe ball. And that lead, Grant Hill just putting that ball perfectly into the zone. Topper. Woo! And a clean ace for Canada. Lodwick's getting himself involved here. Timeout for Mexico. Got a lot of the home crowd coming out. The Maple Leaf faithful for sure. Seeing a lot of red, but I mean Mexico's also red, so red and green and white. But yeah, just really great to see everybody come out and support the local athletes as well, and just like your hometown team and representing your country at such a great stage. And you know, we were talking about this earlier too. We know how hard it is for families and fans to come to places that aren't necessarily easy to get to, and it's a money thing as well as a time thing. And we really want to thank everybody that's watching the stream. Want to thank CBC for making this available, obviously to all of our staff members that have been doing this tournament. I showed up today, and I can just tell how much everybody cares about making this event be for the people and for the players and for the athletes. So I thank you for your viewership, and I hope that we're doing right by you, and I hope that everyone's still enjoying the tournament. And another missed serve from Canada. You're killing me. But a point from Mexico. We're almost tied up here. Mexico's down just 1 point, 15-16. Here we go. Topper. Yep, another missed serve. Mexico's head coach kind of talking to his bench a little bit, probably reminding Diaz and Hernandez to be ready, maybe Soto as well. Oh, good use of a free ball here. In system, Grant Hill calling his own number. First dump we've seen from Grant Hill. Greenidge put that perfectly on top of his head. Oh, what? Did I miss something here? Clearly I did, because I thought it was Canada's point. Maybe it was a carry. Floater. Into the net. Van Hoosen from Trinity Western University, to the best of my knowledge, that is accurate, coming in, taking out number 3, Uchuk, who also attends Trinity Western University, for just a little serve sub. Trying to see what he can do, maybe go for a little bit of a run here. Canada up 18-16 over Mexico, still up 1-0. Topper, explode! Nicely received by Mexico. Middle route, off the hands, good pickup here. Grant calling on the middle. Yeah, there you go. Nice use. Good on Mexico for getting those hands up there, trying to slow that middle blocker down. Went a little bit flat off those hands, hence it going all the way out the back. But that's so great to get a set of hands on there. You never know. Sometimes it goes straight up and you create a space and time that you can use. A little bit of a sploater, handled nicely. Mexico, left side heavy here. Nice, way to switch it up. Good cover. Come on, another. Give him another. Oh, 3 in a row. Canada says no. Mexico having a little bit of conversation between a couple players here. Ramirez probably telling his team that he's good, got a couple looks. It's a big block that we have. Kept swinging though. Like to see that. The cover on Mexico's side has been phenomenal. Yeah, there you go. Nice use off the block and out of bounds. Kind of caught Grant Hill on his way down and got that outside hand, his right hand, as he resides on the right pin. Oh. Everybody's subbing in right now. We had a double sub for Mexico and then a singular sub for Canada. So I had a lot of people trying to get through, and you have to wait for the down official to signal that you're allowed to cross over. And as you can see, Van Hoosen, who got subbed in, immediately comes off, as well as the middle. I feel as though you do that just so you don't forget that the wrong guy goes on, especially because it's lived out as a middle. Nice. That was a good touch from Mexico, but once again, the promotional signs are kind of getting in people's ways. Canada back to serve, up 21-17 in the second set. All 3 hitters in the front court available for Canada. Out of bounds. Ramirez back to serve. Mexico kind of has a fire lineup right now. Got a big right side. Oh, here we go. Nice middle connection. Grant Hill. Brodoveric. I like that they turned it back to position 1 as well. They've been going towards position 5, towards the libero, but really took that ball cross body from the middle to kind of expose position 1. A lot of the time, if you are, one would say, in a pickle, you want to force it into that position 1 zone, maybe that deep 6-1, in hopes of taking out the setter or causing some confusion between the setter and the right pin option, especially if the setter is in the backcourt. If he's in the front, he's in position 2, can still try and go short. But again, it's about creating that chaos. You want to find a way to make the other team kind of lose their minds while you're still solid and you know that you're good. But just trying to see and have almost, in a sense, a big brain to make a big brain play and recognize that even though you're not put in the best situation, you can still find a way to make them be put in a worse situation. Because it can always get worse, but it can always get better. You just want to be on the specific end of it, hopefully. Canada back to serve. Kristjanovic. Somebody in the chat, please tell me how to say it phonetically. I'll look after this set. Nice receive by Mexico. Yeah, big rip. Oh, just out of bounds. Grajita really going for it. I like that really intentional footwork. got a really whippy arm. He really takes it from the middle section to pull that elbow back and high, and then just snaps over top of it. Really appreciate that. He's getting subbed out, just taking a breather. No problem, no worries. Substitution. Olivas coming in. I think someone's giving me the fanatic of it, but I'll see it after mid-rally here. Yeah, nice switch up, good dig. Canada. Canada finding its way, doing what it needs to do. Brenda Willis in the chat has let me know it's Alex Bradarovic. Bradarovic. Perfect. Thank you, Brenda. And you have half of my last name as well. That's so fun. Bradarovic. Thank you. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. That's okay. Canada just kind of caught a little bit locked need there. That's okay. Sometimes you think you can just give it the old open palm. I got it, but fell right into that backcourt line. Mexico back to serve. Oh, maybe an overpass. Oh, Grant Hill. That was a nice match point. Grant Hill, backcourt setter, still had it in his zone. One hand set to his middle, finished off nicely. Mexico's now down 2-0. Still tight, not as tight as the last one, but you know, Mexico's going to find their court. I think that this is going to be the set, because you can tell right now, even the way that they're talking to each other, a lot of intentionality here. They seem to also have a really good vibe to them. They're still smiling, they're still calm, they're collected. I really like that. You know, I don't know what they're saying. They could come out and play great. Canada could come out and play great. You never know. But I like that. A positive timeout circle is exactly what you need to kind of get you going for the next set, especially when you're down 2-0. You have nothing else left to lose. Canada now has the pressure to actually finish out. But it's all about how you frame your mind, right? Are you winning? Are you trying to play to not lose, or are you trying to play to win? And those are two very different things. Got the YMCA back in the building. People eat this up. And the Macarena. People love the Macarena. I don't think I've ever had more unity than when I've been a part of a crowd doing the YMCA or the Macarena. We do just want to also give a little bit of insight into the NORCECA tournament. Normally an 18 competition, this year only has 6. No Cuba or Venezuela this year, sadly. Participating NORCECA national teams are eligible and qualified to participate in the 2026 NORCECA Continental Championship. The last U21 Pan Am Cup was held in Cuba in 2023, and Cuba won that tournament over the U.S. for gold. Canada was the bronze medalist after beating Puerto Rico for 3rd place. So essentially our reigning champs of this tournament sadly cannot join us. But that's okay. That means somebody else gets to step onto the podium in a different color fashion. In past history, Mexico has 1 silver medal. That's awesome. Canada has 2 silver. And it says here 4 bronze. But I don't know how accurate all of that is. You know, I tried to do my research. It is, you know, putting together a website itself, I couldn't do it. But trying to navigate the NORCECA website sometimes, I also could barely do it. Not to criticize them because they still have great information, but I got to take a deeper dive, hopefully give a little bit more backstory for tomorrow. I would also like to thank the NORCECAs for letting us host in just outside of Calgary, Alberta. We are on Treaty 7 territory. We've got a group of Mexico faithful here, repping the flag. Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. I wonder if anyone can see him on the stream. I think it's hard to miss him. What a great crowd. Great energy from both teams. This is awesome. Canada back at the service line. Grant Hill starting us off in this rotation. Grant Hill starting in position 1, setter in position 1. Topper. Nicely received. Mexico. High to left pin. Oh, good dig. Bringing it back. Left side. Nice pickup here by Mexico. Big rip from the left. Nope. Slow down. Calling on the right pin. Oh, big swing. Big swing by Weeks. Got a little bit of a new lineup or a couple new people in here. I think Canada's wanting to get some exposure for a couple other players here. I know it's been a long tournament. It's been a long tournament. These young men have had to endure a lot, especially for those who don't get to sleep in their own bed. I think Grant Hill's the only one actually from Calgary. So I wonder if he has to reside with the team or not. It's none of my business, but, you know, hotel room sleeps are either really, really good or really, really bad. Nice rally. Good use off the block. Mexico has just put up a really intentional block throughout the entirety of this game. Even if it is a solo, if it's a one-on-one, there's always someone trying to reach to do something with something, and that is really admirable, and that's really, really athletic. And especially for the size that they do have a couple of undersized guys as the game comes. It's all about just how you frame your mindset. You know, if you think big and play big, it doesn't matter your size. Missed serve from Grant Hill, putting Mexico on the board. Mexico down just by 1. 1-2 to start this early. Nice receive here. Middle route. Oh, in there. Now I wonder if Soto intentionally wanted to go to the libero. He's been doing a fine job with serve receive. I think his digging has been even better, and his out-of-system ball has been better. But it is always interesting to me when teams want to challenge that libero, especially when they have been so consistent. Out of there. And then sometimes a coach tells you, don't serve to the libero. And you're like, I hear you, I see you, I got you. And then you go back and you put it right to the libero's lap. And you go, sorry, my fault, my fault. Mexico back to serve. Nice floater, handled nicely. Hill, back to the left pin. Oh, good dig. Here we go. Oh, it's up, it's up. Oh. Wow. Grajeda really put it all into it. I like that. He's still trying to swing high and hard. He's still trying to find just that area where he can use that block to his advantage. Nice little dig off the foot as well. And Vasquez just doing Vasquez things and just being everywhere. Nice receive here. Off the block, still in play. Really calm, a little bit of miscommunication, no problem. Everybody's out of the way. Nice solo in the middle from Diaz. I really like that the libero from Mexico in Vasquez has been letting Ramirez and all of the rest of his outside pin hitters handle the third contact of a lot of these balls. He's not coming in and trying to just give like a platform ball or a set over. He's letting the outside still trying to figure out a way to attack. Nice slowdown from Mexico. Good dig. Oh, middle route from Canada. Soto's so kind, putting it perfectly back where it needs to be. Kind of held that up and realized he was going to box himself in if he puts it down first, so did a little bit of a 180. Canada back to serve. Topper. Nicely handled. Oh, again, Canada's block has just got Grajeda's number, and he's getting such a high volume, and he's still doing, like, mechanically there's nothing wrong that's going on. He's just up against a block that knows it's happening and really is pressing over top of it. But it can become a little bit defeating as an outside when you know you're doing well, but you're not getting the outcomes that you want because you're not getting points. But I hope he continues to just move forward through this because he's such a big presence. Nicely done from the pipe ball. See, and this is what I'm talking about. This is ridiculous. He is huge. He is huge. I have him in centimeters. How tall is he? He's 206 centimeters. And he's hitting that ball. The ball is being placed in front of the 3-meter line. So he's essentially landing in the front court. Like, because he is. It's crazy. It's a bullet. Oh, good pickup by Canada. Good defensive efforts. Yeah, rip on that. Oh, no problem. No problem. Number 21, Perrin. Haven't seen him until right now. Trying to rip on that out-of-system ball. Really good intentionality. Kind of dropped a little bit. Kind of had it with his elbow and shoulder more towards his nose and up above and in front of him. But I like that aggressiveness. Let's see if Mexico can get on a roll here. Only down 4-7. Topper. Yeah, nice. Handled beautifully. Perfect pass. Yeah, give and go. Nice dig from Mexico. Oh, that's a good ball. Hit it. Yeah. Here we go. Nice dig. Calling on the left side. Yeah, that's pretty much a no block. Wow. These out of system balls are just getting better and better throughout the day. I'm very impressed by Mexico's ability to put it in the exact zone it needs to be. And not because I don't think they can, because this is a high caliber, but because this level of volleyball, it is like, it hurts. The guys are hitting the ball so much harder and fluid. And when you compare the game that it was from about 20 years ago, even back in like 90s, 80s, you watch the Olympic Games, the physicality of the game has just continued to grow. And these guys are strong. Mexico back to serve. Topper. Nicely handled by Canada. Oh, yeah, there you go. Step in, take it off, whatever it needs to be taken off of. Just get it up. Good. Good use of the free ball. Trying to catch the right side off guard. Left side. Tip. Right behind the block. Perfect spot. A couple of Mexico players not really liking that tip stayed in his hands a little bit longer. Got to be a little bit quicker on that release, but nobody called it. So that's the standard that's been set by the ref. That's going to be something that he doesn't call, which is fine. Just got to stay consistent. Oh, nice serve from Canada. And a little tango dance there. Wonder if Mexico's going to take a timeout. Yes, they are. Let's take a little bit of a breather. Once again, I don't think Mexico is doing anything blatantly and outwardly wrong. They are now just starting to kind of pull away, I feel as though mentally, just trying to get themselves back into the game. Canada is just playing more calm, more puzzled together, but we'll see how Mexico responds. They have so much talent on this team and on this roster. Just hope that they can settle in a little bit more and not feel defeat so early on. It's only 5 points, and we're not even in the red zone yet. Uchuk back to serve. Let's see if we get a middle dig out of him. Nice serve, handled nicely by Mexico. In system ball, C-ball, tip. Big pickup from position 6, coming in position 5. C-ball, out of bounds. No touch. Point Mexico. Ayala back to serve. Wonder if he's going to try and go after the front or left side of Canada. Yep, exactly that. Sending it right back. Give and go. Nice dig. A little bit tight here. Overpass. Out of bounds. Grant Hill back to serve. Setter in the backcourt for Canada means all 3 front row attackers for Canada. Let's see how Mexico responds here. They've got one of their bigger guns in the backcourt, hitting out the C-ball. Oh, out of bounds. Service error. There we go. Hernandez back in the front court. Only 7-11. Very doable. Never say die. Out of bounds. No problem. We move on. Kristinovic back to serve. Out of bounds. If I had $1, I would be able to pay for my tuition for my master's with the amount of missed serves we have. Mexico back to serve. C-ball, nice dig. Oh. Okay, gonna have a little bit of a conversation here. Yes, so our down official has called our right side attacker. Oh, sorry, give me a second. So the initial call was that it was a backcourt violation. Our down official thought that Weeks was a backcourt attacker, but he's opposite of Grant Hill, who is the back row setter still now and currently. So when Weeks attack the ball in any vicinity, he's allowed to attack it from anywhere as a front court player. He was called and told that he was over the 3-meter line because his feet were over the line, but it doesn't matter. She thought that he was a backcourt player when he's actually a front court player, which has resulted in a reserve. Because technically, he was right, down official was wrong, but you can't not reserve it because you can't give the point to Canada because it was based on a call that an official made. So they don't get the call just because the official was wrong on a call like that, allegedly. It's different if you challenge it and you can see if there is a touch or not to reverse the call. But this is just one of those ones you have to replay. Pass to the same area. Weeks sending over a free ball. Mexico coming up with the point. Nice change up from Grajida. Once again, carrying so much weight for this team on the pin. Mexico back to serve. Floaty going after the libero. In the back line. Canada coming up now. Canada up 13-9. Trying to see how big of a gap they can make this. Mexico still settling in, still finding their way. Floaty in there. Nicely handled by Mexico. Unleash. Yeah. Let's go. Come on. Hernandez Medina going back there and just letting her go. I like that. Diaz back to serve. High 2. Actually, that's a 3. I don't know what I'm talking about. Out of bounds, unfortunately. Hershinovic actually gave quite a good pass. I think I'm just losing my mind a little bit. It's like 8 o'clock. It's past everybody's bedtime, you know. Diaz back to serve. Nicely handled. Perfect pass. Grant calling on the right pin. Yeah, nice slow down. Someone go. Anybody. Someone. Bummer. No problem. So in that rotation, you can actually see Libero's taking out number 2 for Mexico, who is Diaz. He's listed as an opposite, but he was playing defense in 6 back. Traditionally, they play in position 1. So that's got to be a defensive strategy that they have. Maybe to have him run the pipe up the gut. It's easier for him to come around. Unsure. But would have liked to have seen somebody chase that down. That was a great big slowdown, but that's all right. Another missed serve from Canada. Double sub, once again, making sure our setter from Mexico is in the backcourt and our right pin is available. Woo! There we go. Handle nicely by Canada. Middle route, dug up by Mexico. Coming right back over. Free ball opportunity here. Woo! Oh my. Golly. Perrin with the statement. And as a defender, honestly, you're in your IDP, which is your initial defensive positioning, which is where you need to start to be able to be mobile to move according to the play. He was in the exact right spot, and Perrin just said more, and then we miss our serve into the net. And that's okay, because that's part of the game. Going back to serve, number 12, Grajida. Topper, nicely handled by Canada. Able to run options. Yeah, left side, good dig. Oh, so close. Mexico head coach kind of conflicting between being happy that there was a nice pig touch, but also telling him to kind of move up a little bit. Libero for Mexico really did take it outside of his body, but he had it in the perfect spot of his platform, so just try and get the rest of your body wrapped around it to control that heat that's coming. Nicely handled by Mexico. Block, coverage. Mexico again, left pin, down the line. They can do it too. Ramirez says, I know what's up. Nice to see them catching up a little bit here. Mexico only down 14-16. Still tons of time left in the game. Ayala back to serve. No libero on the floor for Mexico right now. Nice serve. Really going after the front row left side, trying to tire him out. Oh, see? Free ball opportunity here for Mexico. Off the block, out of bounds. Nice use from Mexico. It's not always about working harder, but it's about working smarter. Trying to find those gaps. Trying to manipulate the ball into going where you want it to go to the best of your ability based off of somebody else. Nice serve. Handled nicely by Canada. Yeah, big rip into the cross court and down. And that was even in like 6 back area. You know, they always tell you don't hit to 6 because that's where the block's going to be. But, and, you know, I still want to credit Mexico for their blocking because they do always have somebody. But in a solo, there's normally lanes that are available. So hitting to 6 right now is actually working for the pins for Canada. Miss serve. Mexico right behind Canada, coming in at 16-17. Going on a couple mini runs here. Mini runs are traditionally, you know, 2-3 points. Doing a really good job of playing catch up here. They've been kind of settled down, getting it back together, making some smart decisions. Topper, out of bounds. Canada back to serve. Topper. Ooh. Nice serve. Clean ace for Canada. That was a great spot. Just catching the front row left side slightly outside of his body, forcing him to make that decision if it's going to be in or not. Put his left arm down, tried to get his platform in there, made that last minute decision as it started to rotate and bottom out. Just a little bit too late. And another missed serve. Mexico only down by 2, 17-19. Ramirez back to serve. Hill still backcourt setter, so he's got all 3 options available. Oh. That's in there. I wonder if this pairing from Canada, number 21, Mr. Owen, nope, Felix Antoine. Oh, he's the one. That's the CCAA Player of the Year. Okay, I know who that is, but I wonder if he's related to Gord Barron, former national team athlete for Team Canada Men. Good rally here, out of system ball. Calling on the right pin, the snibbler off the net and down. So Perrin resides in the province of Quebec, plays in the RESQ in the CCAA, which is the Canadian College Athletic Association. And that is basically, we've got 2 different conferences in Canada. We've got U Sport, which is somewhat of bigger institutions such as Trinity Western, University of Alberta, and then we've got the CCAA that holds home to places such as Humber Polytechnic, Red Deer Polytechnic, Vancouver Island University. So they play in a different league. Perrin is one of the only CCAA athletes that has made it to the national stage. Oh, big block from Canada, saying no, no. Canada now up 22-17. But the only other CCAA athlete that I know of that has been around and invited to any sort of national team level is next-gen men's athlete Nolan Mose, who resided at Lethbridge. So really great just to see that Volleyball Canada is also expanding their search into the college realm and just seeing all the talent that we have to offer. You know, it's just so awesome to see everybody get opportunities now to be exposed to higher levels. And it's not just about playing at a big institution, it's also the smaller institutions. And as someone who resided at Amherst University in the CCAA and the ACAC, I see you and I'm proud of you. So, and obviously if talent makes itself known, it will be rewarded in a sense. So that's just so awesome that we continue to have exposure for these young athletes across various conferences and various abilities to still be on national team level plays and teams. It's great. Game kind of slipping away from Mexico right now, I'm not going to lie, and I'm not trying to be negative, and maybe me saying it, they're going to turn it on and over to prove me wrong. But bigger gap here. Middle serve. Nicely received by Mexico. Yeah, nice right side attack. Could not come up with the middle dig. See, they heard me and they said, game's not over. I want to play more volleyball. Diaz back to serve. Greenidge back for Canada in the receiving line. Going after Perrin. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, it's up. Oh. That was such a great heads-up play from Gojita. It came off of his block, and then he reached back with his non-dominant hand, which is his left hand, to bring it back into the court. Unfortunately, it did hit the antenna, or the area that resides in the antenna that is considered out of bounds, and was not able to play it out. But for him to be so calm and bring it around has been great. Okay, out of system ball here. Nicely handled, though. Big serve. Free ball. Canada. Yeah. That's what it's got to be. Uchuk. Hill calling on Uchuk, saying let's close the door a little bit more here. Perfect receive from Greenidge. Canada, potential match point. 24-18. Topper into the net. Mexico back to serve. Hernandez back to serve. Topper. Nicely handled by Canada. Running the Bic. And that's all, folks. Canada takes the game over Mexico. 3-0. That is all from us tonight. We will be back with you tomorrow for our 5th bronze and gold medal matches. Just want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. Thank you to CBC for having us and hosting and making this accessible to everybody. I want to thank you to my crew who's been helping me. I literally just popped up and I said, hey, I'm here to talk. Thank you to all the volunteers and all the game day statisticians, the coaches, the players, the viewers, everybody for making this event happen. We will be back tomorrow, I promise, but my closing statements continue to be full of gratitude and full of love. So I hope everybody tries to drink some water, stays hydrated, and gets a good sleep, because we have a jam-packed day of volleyball tomorrow as it's the finals. So thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. My name is Maddie Wilscroft, and I will be talking to you tomorrow. Thank you and good night.